So I just got back from having a coffee with my boy downtown, and I got on my phone, and me and my brother, we were exchanging voice notes on Snapchat. And I was just listening to him speak. Usually when him and I speak, it's serious business. He's coming to me for a bit of advice. We're just talking about life in general. We're just chopping it up because he's my brother. But we were talking, and he was making these observations, and he said something that really made me perk up a little bit. Made me perk up and think. And this was an event that happened, I think it was early spring this year. Basically, him and I, we met up. We live in different cities now, but we had met up because he pulled up to town, to another town. I pulled up there as well. It's pretty nearby. I pulled up there and we hung out. And he said something that made me perk up. He said that when I saw you, you had this aura to you. You had this glow to you that I haven't seen from you before. You're saying you're walking around as if you're him. And that's something I truly believe. I truly believe that I am him. And that's what I want for y'all too. I want y'all to believe that you're him. When you wake up in the morning, whatever you do, you completely believe that you're him, no matter what. But it made me perk up because, well, what he said made me perk up because while I was at the cafe with my boy, I can notice, or I notice how people look at me and how they, not observe me, but just, yeah, how they look at me and how they perceive me. That's the word. How they perceive me. And I see people look at me with a lot of respect and admiration. And they look at me like, wow, like this guy is moving around like a fucking king. And I don't mean that in any conceited way at all. It's just how it is. It just is what it is. But when my brother said that, it made me think a little bit. How did I get to this point? How did I get to this point where I really believe that I'm him and I'm walking around and I have an aura about myself? The atmosphere and the glow and the energy that I'm putting out to people, it's as if I'm him. How did I get to this point? It made me think a little bit. It made me think, and I think the first or the main thing that needs to occur for you to become him is that you need to work on yourself. You have to focus on yourself. You have to improve all of your weak points, all of your weak characteristics. You gotta work on them. You gotta bring them up. Everyone has strong characteristics about themselves or weak ones. The strong ones, of course, you can always work on them and get them stronger and better. But those weak ones, if you really focus on those and bring them up to par, then you're doing something. Me, for example, I know that one of the things that I struggled with earlier, like a few years back, is definitely self-confidence. Self-confidence. If I'm unsure of something, then my performance or whatever I'm doing, it tends to degrade a bit. But when I'm 110% confident in myself, there's no way you can stop me. I'm unstoppable at that point. Believe me. When my self-confidence is at 110%, past 100%, when I'm at 110%, I'm unstoppable. And I truly believe that. You can see it in my eyes. I truly believe that. I really worked on that. My self-confidence, bringing myself up, not doubting myself, tuning out doubt, getting rid of that. And I really believe that's a huge part of having that aura about yourself and becoming him. Working on your weaknesses and working on your self-confidence. But again, he really made me think, how did I get to this point? And why do I move the way that I move? And I ask myself, why do I move the way that I move about? And I've told y'all before, whatever is going on the inside of your mind is what's going to reflect on the outside, how you perceive the world, basically. So if I'm telling myself in my head each and every single day that I'm him, that I am confident, that I can do anything that I put my mind to, and that's what's going to happen in real life. And I just need y'all to understand that. Because it brings an aura about you. When you talk to yourself in your head, because we all do, we all talk to ourselves. We have these inner thoughts. If we can tune them to push ourselves to get better, and whatever we perceive on the outside world, it's going to get a lot better for us too. I just thought I'd just cut the camera on quickly, just rant about this a bit, because there's a lot of guys that always talk about aura, and there's these funny memes and stuff on Instagram and everywhere else about aura, but it is a real thing. It is a real thing. There are people on this planet that you see like, damn, like this guy is really him. He's not playing any games. He's really about it. And all of us that are watching, we can get to that point too. But it's a choice that we have to make on our own. And I'm giving y'all the key. Working on your weaknesses. Identify them and work on them ruthlessly. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. And I'll catch you on the next one. Do your mornings ever start off really slow and you end up hitting the snooze button a few more times than you'd like to before getting up out of bed? Or do you lack the energy and willpower to start on something, whether it's cracking open that book or starting that diet or studying for an exam? Well, I have the antidote for that. Down below, you'll get my free ebook, 3 Ways to Stay Motivated, all for free. I'm offering it to y'all for free. It's helped me a lot, and there's tactics that I use every single day to get myself motivated to do things. I know it'll help y'all too. So go ahead, download the book, and I know y'all are gonna enjoy it. And make sure to check your spam folder. It might end up there for some reason. I don't know why, but the book is all yours. I know y'all are gonna enjoy it. And go ahead, grab it.